Hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgets channel with me, Ian, otherwise known as Van, and this Raid Shadow Legends video. Now, it's a fortuitous time. Clan versus Clan is currently on, so it's a good time to pull shards. I have 97 sacred shards to pull, and there is a progressive chance to get Gnut, who I'm very interested in getting, and off the primals I'm going to try and get that bloke. He's one of the assassins from the Assassin's Creed. So, any legendaries are good for me, any duplicates, because I'm missing quite a lot. My faction guardians, I think the only duplicates I've got are orcs. I've got 2 Artax. As you can see, I'm missing a lot of those as well. And in Demon Spawn, I've got him and, again, epics. So, missing a load of those. So, any Legos and epics duplicates are very welcome. Okay, so let's kick this off by pulling the primals. Now, my expectation from this pull is that from the sacreds I'm going to get 97 epics and 12 rares from the primals. That's just how it works. That'd be nice if I got better, but I've gone for the assassin here. So let's summon 10. See what happens. Give me a mythic. Come on. No, rare. As predicted, rare, another rare, and another rare. Rare, come on. Rare. What did I tell you? Right, so let's pull the other 2. That's just my luck, that is. Come on. I've had more Legos out of the blue shards than I have anything else. It's another rare. What a surprise. That is so disappointing. And another rare. So, as I predicted, 12 rares. Fantastic. Alright, so not getting you anytime soon, Sunshine. Right, so, as you can see, I've got 82 void shards. I'll do those in a different video. So, let's fingers crossed that I get Gnut. So, the first 10. Oh, summon. Come on. Ah, there we go. Epic. I haven't got the option to pull 10. That's really annoying. Epic. Epic. Oh, I actually got her, so she's a duplicate, so that's useful. Bone Keeper. Don't think I've had him before. Why don't I get the option to pull 10? That's really infuriating. Okay, let's keep it coming. Another epic. What did I say? Don't think I've got him, so he's new for me. Come on, give me an epic. Oh, God. Well, I did say give me an epic, and I got one. Give me a Lego. Of course, I'm also getting Clan versus Clan points here. Got him. That's a duplicate. That's fine. Come on. Give me a Lego. Ah, don't have Deacon either. So he's new. He's useful. He's really good at manipulating the attack for the time. Oh, here we go. It's first Axe of Tuskgore. Okay, great. So let's see. I was going to say he looks like a Nogrin Tribes. Let's have a quick look at his kit. Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 25% chance of granting an extra turn. That is useful. There are only a few characters that do that, like Valerie. Attacks all enemies. The damage is inflicted by this skill on this champion decreases cooldown by 1 turn. It has a when booked has a cooldown damage to 20%. Increased attack and increased crit damage. That's very useful. Attacks one enemy 2 times before attacking places a 50% increase attack buff and a 30% decrease crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. Will ignore shield buffs. And then its passive is each extra turn this champion gets increases their crit damage by 10%, stacks up to 50. Each extra turn this champion also decreases the damage they receive by 5% and stacks up to 50. Okay, very nice. So that one... Alright, so that's an extra turn just on him. Whereas characters like Sandlash Survivor and Valerie, that's across the team. Okay, so next summon, please. It's another epic. This one, don't think I've got her either. So I've got a lot of new champions coming in. Another void. So out of 12 shards, we've got 1 Lego. Again, I don't think I have him. I don't think I've got him either. Or her. Not entirely sure. I think that's a him. Let's see. What more do we get? Anchorite. Now, he's a big guy that I've been after. He's really good in Clan Boss, and that's where I'll get most of these shards from. It's taken me a year to get them. So, yeah, he's a very useful addition to the team. So, attacks all enemies, heals the ally with the lowest HP by 10% of damage inflicted. Damage is based on attack. Heals 5%, 10% when booked, and damaged 5 and 10% when booked. Removes 1 random debuff from all of that. That is also very useful. Has a cooldown of 2 turns on a 5-turn cooldown. And increased crit rate, crit damage, always useful, very welcome. Increases ally HP in all battles by 25%. Fantastic. He's a very, very useful epic character. And again, I've never seen this guy before, so I will find out what he's gonna be like in my teams. Again, he's not a Lego. Masked Fearmonger, again. Don't have him. Got him now. Come on, Lego. Oh, come on. Alika. Think I've got her already. Definitely got Allure. She's in my Fire Knight team. Soul Drinker. He looks familiar. I may have him. But again, he's not a Lego. Well, he was the first champion we pulled, so he's a duplicate. And so in Lizard Men, I've got 2 guys for Lizard Men now in my Faction Guardians. That's useful. A Snorting Thug. Okay, think I've had him before. And we're now down to, what, 70 odd? Oh, hello. She looks interesting. I'll have to look her up on Hell Hades. Attacks the enemy 1 or 2 times as each one, increasing duration of poison. Attacks an enemy 3 times. That would be useful for Fire Knight. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns, and then it increases the buff chance when booked. Attacks 4 times at random. Fire Knight. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a hex for 2 turns. And whenever the champion or an ally lands a critical hit on an enemy who's under hex debuff, it's a bit niche. It lands a chance of placing a 5% poison, and the debuff chance goes up by 15% when booked. Okay. Lego! Give me a Lego! Epic. What a surprise. Okay, I definitely don't have her. Attacks on sending skill. Okay, lost some nice debuffs there on her A1 and on her A2 and on her A3 block buffs. So she looks like she could be really useful. Attacks when it removes all buffs as well, which is fantastic. Doesn't steal them, which would be better, but you know, can't all be Sun Wukong. Another epic. I seem to be doing okay. I mean, I do actually need to bulk up my Shadowkin faction team, so she's a good addition, I think. Missionary, I think I've had him before. So he could be a duplicate. He might not be, I don't know. We'll have a look. Sir Armitage, definitely haven't got him. I'm getting a lot of new champions. This is fantastic. I'm not disappointed. I'm only disappointed that I haven't got a Lego! And it's nuts! It is the main dude that I've been looking for. Thank you so very much. I have got him. I've still got 70 shards to go. You're very welcome in my team, sir. Very welcome indeed. Let's take a look at his kit. Attacks an enemy 3 times. Each hit has an 80% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. If the target's turn meter is not decreased, each hit has an 80% chance of placing a freeze debuff on the target for 1 turn instead. There it is. So, and on this one, has a 75% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff and a 25% chance, 25% weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. That is actually really powerful. Also places a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns, and he's based on defensive damage. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Again, he'd be good Fire Knight with the amount of times that he can actually attack. Each hit decreases the target's defense by 3%, stacks up to 30%. Also, each hit heals this champion by 30% of the damage dealt. Damage based on defense and enemy max HP. And that's important because if you're fighting bosses, they're going to have a lot of health. And then, no holding back. When counter-attacking, deals 100% of damage instead of 75. So, worth getting him up to at least a 3-star. So, thank you. You're very welcome, sir, to join my team. I will pronounce your name properly, which is Gnut. I almost got it wrong. I always called him Nut. Right, so, next champion. God for that, my dwarf team is struggling in Faction Wars. Another Lego? No, it's another epic. What a surprise. Tomo. Or Tomo. No idea. Not had her before, but again, Shadowkin. I need Shadowkins. This is going to be good. My Shadow team and my Shadowkins and my dwarves are just about to get the best faction teams ever. Excellent. So, Fire Gun Isabel. I actually need a Fire Gun Isabel to fuse Lady Mikaj. So I'll take a quick look at that. I do actually have, under my fusion, enough of the pop-ups. So if we have a quick look at our fusion, I actually need her. I do actually have one, but I don't. She's all booked out and she's all built up. I don't want to. I don't want to use her in a fusion. So guess who I'm going to use in the fusion? That the fact that she's a duplicate is good, but I'm going to feed her into Lady Mikaj unless I get these 2, which is unlikely. Let's just face it. Right, let's continue. Let's see how far we go. Right, again, I'm not getting the option to do 10 pulls, which is a bit annoying. So, right, let's go. Next pull is another epic. Delandry. Again, I've not got him, so Dark Elves. I don't think I might need a Dark Elves team improvement. We'll have a look at those, I think, at the end. Epic! And it's Drake. Yep, I've got Drake. So a duplicate. That's really good. And we're only down to 66. Epic. And I've seen him before. I've definitely got him somewhere, I think. Hopefully he's a duplicate. Maybe not. Yeah, Seeker. Got Seeker. Always nice to have a duplicate in my faction Guardians team. Because that bolsters just about everything, doesn't it? And, ooh, Faranox. That is a very ironclad lady. Oh, Lego! And it's Sun Wukong. That's 2 Sun Wukongs I've got. That's actually really useful because one of my teams involves Lady Annabelle and Sun Wukong facing off against the Doom Tower boss. And it's those 2 that survive. And they survive because Sun Wukong dies and then resurrects himself. And then what Lady Annabelle does is she gets health from him dying. So I think it's Boromir. I think it's either the Rhino or the other one. But yeah, another Sun Wukong. He's a duplicate. That's fantastic. They're both going into my Faction Wars team. That's excellent. Come on, another Lego, please. More Legos. Bring me the Legos. No, it's an epic. What a surprise. Gorlos Helmor. I've seen the ugly mug before, so I think he's a dupe. Another epic. Come on, this is not good. Okay, Grizzled Jarl. Not particularly worried because I've just got Gnut. He might be alright, I'll have to look him up, but he might end up on my Faction Wars team. Now, Horsekull. We had him not too long ago. We've now got a duplicate. So, fantastic. So, he's going to be a duplicate for my Barbarians under my Epics. So, Lego, please. I don't think you could have more than one Sun Wukong, but there we go. Now, another character that I really need. So, again, this guy would be fed into my fusion. I think he is that guy. So, yeah, so definitely need him. So, back with the Sacred. Give me a Lego. To be fair, I'm happy with the 2 Legos that I've got. Broodlord, duplicate, definitely got him. Hayatsu. No, don't know that face at all. Not that he seems to have a face. So, let's have a look. Lego, give me a Lego. Okay, so Lady Etessa. We'll go with that. Yeah, another ironclad lady who likes to spin around with a shield on her back. Actually, look at this. The shield looks pretty cool. I like that. Don't know what she's like, but we will probably incorporate her into our Sacred Order team if she's any good. Next Lego. No. Okay, Taurus. Definitely had him before. It's a bit interesting to see what my CVC points are going to be like. Again, this is Visionary. I've not seen her before. But, you know, for someone called Visionary, she doesn't have a lot of it. With that faceplate on. Lego. 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 Yes! And it is, in fact, Shiomani. High Elves. Okay. Let's have a quick look at her kit. 3 attacks, random. Okay, again, could be useful for Fire Knight as a 25% chance of placing freeze debuff for 1 turn. Damage, +5/+5, 10 when booked, so that's 20% extra. Heals an ally, continuous heal, that's always useful on any team. And as a 1 turn cooldown off of a 4 turn, normally. Attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing freeze, so she's one of those sort of like control characters. So, again, she's a High Elf, she's a Lego, that could be useful. I'll have a look at her up on our old friend Hell Hades, see how good she is. Allure, so that's 2 allures. Fantastic. That's fine. Duplicates are great at this point in my game. And Hellgazer. No, I don't think about her on the Demon Spawn team. Not sure what my Demon Spawn faction team is like, but a Lego, please. No, okay. Epics is, and it's another allure. Okay, so my Demon Spawn faction Wars Guardians have just gone up by quite a bit, because that means I've got about 3 or 4 allures now. Rock Bear Breaker, yeah, I think I've got him. Definitely, yeah, I recognise that head. He's really useful, actually. One of the things that he does, if I remember rightly, he's going to provoke counter-attack. I thought he was able to increase ally defense, yeah. Okay, right, okay, so, Lego. The magic word, Lego. Ugh, epic. And he's a duplicate. We got him earlier. So we're only down to 47. It's really annoying. I can't pull 10 at a time. Okay, so epic. So Drake, another duplicate. That's absolutely fine. Got him earlier in the video. Okay, Gore Grab. I think he's pretty useful. I'll have to look him up. Random removes buffs, fills turn meters, increased attack, revive. That's why he's good. He's actually a reviver on the Undead Hordes. I think the only other person that does that, or only champion that does that, is Grinner, and he's a rare. So, a Lego, please. No, it's another epic. And it's another Fire Gun Isabel, which is fantastic, because that means I now have a duplicate and one to feed into fusing Lady Mikage. Jarag. Hello, Jarag. Not sure what he's about. Quick look. Enemy with 30% placing decreased attack. Okay, that's kind of useful. Allow protection and decreased defense. Continuous heal. That is also useful. And HP in battles. Okay. Polarium, give me a Lego! No, you've given me an epic this ones. And we got her earlier, I think. Or someone who looks a lot like her. Or I may already have her, not entirely sure. Okay, next one. Lego! Lego! Give me a Lego! No, it's another epic. What a surprise. Okay, Maeve definitely had her before. So, duplicate champion? Yes! And it's Stock the Broken. Legendary, I just got a Legendary Collector's patch as well. Okay, quick look at his kit. Still got 40 shards to pull. So attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has 25% chance of increasing the duration of all poison. And HP burn. That is useful. So, because I've got quite a few HP burn champions like Artak and Ninja and Chronum. And I think there's a couple of other epic ones that I've got that do that. First hit instantly activates 1 tick of all poison and HP burn. That's nice. On all enemies and one. You see, if you're burning the spider, that is really useful. If you're using one of those burn champions, I mean, there's videos where they're soloing like some of the really higher levels of spider with just Artak, which is fantastic. And then fills turn meters. And the 72nd hit has a 75% chance of destroying each target's max HP by 3% for each poison HP burn debuff activated on. That's really powerful. Vengeful Fire has an 8% chance of placing 2 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. And he does, and he triggers that as well. Also places continuous heal. This bloke really is legendary. His kit is amazing. The damage is inflicted by poison, HP burn, damage, block. Debuffs will ignore block damage and unkillable. Oh my god. That is so powerful. That is such an awesome kit. And of course he also has speed in all battles as well. 20% speed. That is an amazing kit. He is a top quality Lego. Give me another Lego. And it's another epic. And we've had him earlier, Gore Grab. So that's 2 duplicates. That's a duplicate there. So another epic. And it's Maeve. Another duplicate. We love our dupes. And Vrask. And he's Orcs. I do have some pretty good Orcs already. And I've got several Artaks. So I don't know how useful I'm going to be with him. But okay. 37 left to go. Oh, the Bear. Ursine Ironhide. Don't think I've got him. I think he's one of those ones that's a really hard hitter. I don't think he's good as the Lion, though, but Skinwalkers, my Skinwalkers team now has 2 Sunward Gods, so that could be good. Lego! It's a Lego, and it's who the hell is he? It's Brachus the Shifter. Okay, quick look at his kit. Attacks an enemy, heals his champion by 15% of the damage inflicted based on attack. Can increase the damage by 20% when booked. Attacks one enemy 6 times. Fire Knight, you're so going down. The first hit has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken, debuff for 3 turns, heals this champion by 25% of the damage inflicted. This champion heals this champion by 50% of the damage inflicted instead of if the target is under fear or true fear. Have a guess what other things he's going to have. So the weaken. Oh look, fear or true fear, what a surprise! So, places 50% attack on buff on all allies for 3 turns, then attacks one enemy 3 times. Fire Knight. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing true fear debuff on 1 turn, has 50% chance of placing a fear debuff on 2 random enemies for 1 turn if the true fear debuff is placed, and then he's got 10% damage, buff chance 10 and 15 pluses, and a cooldown when booked. And his passive, damage inflicted by 40% when his champion HP drops below 40%. Okay, revives this champion with 20% HP when killed. Immediately grants an extra turn, and that's a 7 turn. When booked is a 5 turn cooldown. That's pretty good. It's okay, that bit. The fact that he can revive is good. He's going to be really useful on my Skinwalker, so it's like 2 Sun Wukongs and him. I can see success in my future. Okay, give me another Lego. I actually didn't realise that 5. I actually got the one that I wanted. Achak the Wenderin, not a particularly good character, I don't think. So let's move on. I think I've had him and I've seen him in teams, but I don't think he really does a lot. Morag Bronze Block. Okay, so Dwarf. Definitely haven't had her. My Dwarf team does need some good characters in it. So she's a welcome addition, if she's any good. Another Lego. And it's Yoshi the Drunkard, who's a Shadowkin. I need Shadowkins. Let's have a quick look at his kit. Attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a stun, so he's a controller. Based on attack damage, and there's no cooldowns, extra cooldowns there, because that's his A1. Attacks 2 times at random, 75% chance of placing, 50% decrease accuracy, and a HP burn. So he's another burner. So you marry him up with the other character that we were just talking about, the stock guy, and he's another burner that you can use. So decrease accuracy and HP burn. Increases attack, increases accuracy, and places a true fear. And has a 2 cooldowns on a 5 turn cooldown. So that becomes a 3 turn cooldown. And DPS chance of 10 and 15%. Okay, another Lego. He was a Lego, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. So another Lego. I'm doing 5. Is that 6 now? Actually doing quite well. Really pleased. No idea. Think he's alright. I think I've seen him in teams. I kind of recognise the face and this silly collar that he's wearing. Okay. Lego. Oh, epic. So, the Christmas guy, yeah. Jingle Hunter. How nice. Enough said about him there. I don't know whether he's any good. Another dwarf. Maddock, the Eyes of Skyrion. Okay, so dwarves, don't know whether he's any good. I'll look him up before putting him in my faction team. Next epic is Deathless. Oh, I thought it was going to be Renegade. She's actually pretty good. I think I've got her. One of these, I'm pretty sure. So she's got some pretty good 60% decreased defense for 2 turns. If one more as he's dead, 30% decreased speed. So yeah, she's pretty good. Reflect damage, yeah, that was it. The reflect damage, that's what was good about her. And ally resistance. Give me another Lego. 28 to go. Okay, Husk. Seen him used an awful lot in teams. I think he's one of the really useful. You know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think he's one of the really good damagers. And I do have Geo. I've now got Anchorite. Again, enemy max HP. He's a boss fighter, really. Okay, so that's a 4-turn cooldown when booked as well for the stun. And 3-turn cooldown for the retaliate. And aura increases ally HP. Okay, so give me another Lego, please. Lego. No, it's an epic. And it's Erinis. Okay, I think I've actually got her, so duplicate is great. I was going to say that's Venom Mage. Yeah, I've definitely got Venom Mage. So, moving on to a Lego. No, it's an epic. Neldor Rhineblade. Okay. I was going to say Shallot is Sylvian Watchers, but he's not his High Elves. He has that air about him, that aura. Epic. Okay, I asked for Sylvian Watcher, and I got a Sylvian Watcher. Croydon the Blue, I've already got him. He's a duplicate. That is very welcome. Thank you very much. And our next is another Anchorite. That's 2 Anchorites I've got this time. Again, he's really useful. He's a good damage dealer. We had a conversation about him. He's very welcome in my teams. People use him on... That's my 3rd Tagor. I've actually got 2 of them already. He's actually in my Faction Guardians already. Tagor, he is my main healer. He is one of the best healers I've got. He's just so good. He was one of the first champions I actually pulled as an epic, and he has carried the majority of my teams since then. He is just so good. When I started, I was looking up characters. He was in the top 3. For me, he's number 1. Okay, and another epic, and it's the bear. So that's 2 bears. Sign Ironhide. If I didn't have him before, I certainly have 2 of them now. Next epic. Sensual. Yeah, he's a pretty dull character. Don't think he's particularly useful. 30% leech. Continuous heal. I guess that's kind of useful. Places a perfect veil. And a counter attack. That's okay-ish, but he's not fantastic. We've seen better kit today. And to shudder. Barbarians. Again, I'm not short of barbarians on my faction wars. I've got Cronin and I've got Diamasa. But she may fit in nicely. Another epic, Sylvanian Watcher. I don't actually need them. Kellen the Shrike. I think he's supposed to be pretty good, not sure. Again, if he's any good, he'll end up in my faction team. Ghoul Grab. 3 Ghoul Grabs. Lego, give me a Lego. And I've no idea. Crypt Witch, I've no idea if she's any good. So if you've got any suggestions, don't forget to comment. Essential. At least he's a duplicate. Next one. It's a Lego. It's not. That's 2 nuts. My dwarf faction teams are going to be awesome. So we've already had a look at this kit. He's my 2nd nut. That's just amazing. So we've got 13 left. Let's go. Give me another Lego. It's an epic. And it's Lady Annabelle. So I have 2 Lady Annabelles and 2 Sun Wukongs, and I can put them in the same team and they will just decimate. I think it's Brogni or Boromir, whichever Doom Tower boss it is, but pairing these 2 with her and another her, and she's a duplicate, so she goes in my faction war teams with Sunwoo 2-1, so Sun Wukongs. That's going to be an easy win for me. 12 left. And we've got Seer. We've had her. I've already got her. She's a triplicate. Ooh. Oh, Toragi the Frog. I've actually got one of him waiting in the wings to go in my Faction Wars team. He's really good. I really like Toragi. The guy needs some love. He's ugly, right? And we've seen Sikara before, I believe. So another duplicate. Well, at least I didn't get 97 epics, you know. Oh! Lego, and it's Lankus the Chosen. Dark Elves. Okay, so attacks enemy. Also uses a healer, places continuous illness champion. Increased damage by that's 25% when booked. A quick bit of maths is not working in my head. Teams up with 3 random allies to attack a single enemy. The allies joining the attack will use their default skills, fill the turn minutes of all allies by 30%. When ascended, teams up with 3 allies to attack a single allies joining the attack will use their default skills. Blah, 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 blah. It's a 5 turn with a 1 turn cooldown when booked. And she has an increased crit rate and increased attack with a 1 cooldown off of 5 turns, so that's 4 turn. Places those for 30% increased crit rate and 50% increased attack buff on allies for 2 turns. Has a 25% of granting an extra turn. That's not bad, but it's not great either. I think she could be useful. We only have a few left. Epic. And it's Annex. I'm interested to see what my CVC points are after this, considering I've got so many Legos out of this. Sandalash Survivor, she's actually on my, with Valerie, she's on my Ultimate Clan Boss team. And she's there purely because she has the decrease is the duration of burns. Buffs by 1 turn, increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Valerie does the same thing, and this is part of the Wixwell Clan Boss team. She's very useful. In fact, I think I've got 2 of her somewhere, so she's a 3rd. I think I've got him, so he's another. So 5 left to go. Can we get another Lego in the last 5? Oh, look, Alika again. Enough said about her. She's a dupe, or a trip, or a quad. Not entirely sure which at this point. Jingle Hunter, he's a dupe. Not disappointed because my High Elves faction team needs one. Tomo, we've seen her before, so 2 left. Can I get another Lego in the last 2? Apparently, fine. And she's really good, actually. She's used in a lot of teams. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times each hit, has a 35% of stealing 5% of the target's turn meter, which is very useful. And 2 attacks 1 enemy, has a 75% chance of placing 5% poison debuffs for 2 turns. Damage based on attack. Ascended skill. 71st blah blah. Debuffs and debuffs. 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Damage based on attack. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. The first hit has 75% chance of placing 60% decrease debuff for 3 turns, and that's got a cooldown of from 5 to 4. So decrease and weaken for 25%, 60% decrease defense. That's really good. That's why she's on teams. She's actually awesome. She's like the Skinwalker, so useful in a Skinwalker. So last shard. Can we get a Lego on our last shard? No, we can't. And that's not a problem. Because I don't have her for orcs. Again, I don't really need orcs. I've got some good orcs. But there you go. That's it. That's all of my shards pulled. I got 2 nuts, which is fantastic. Let's have a look at my CVC points. Pop up. Clan rewards, personal rewards, objectives, members. Now 415,000, and that's from pulling all of those guys. So yeah, we might be in for a good win this time around because I'll do the video to pull the voids as well, but I'll post that at a later date. So thank you very much for watching the video and all of these pulls. I'm really pleased with the outcome. Like I say, I've got a lot of duplicates to go in my Faction Wars team. That's really useful. 2 nuts. a second Sun Wukong, a second Lady Annabelle, several Fire Gun Isabel so I can do my Faction Wars team and feed one into getting a Lady Mikage. Didn't get any mythicals, which is always a disappointment, but who knows in the future. But until the next video, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this and stuck with me. Don't forget to check out my other content, and don't forget to like and subscribe. But until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.